Oh yeah, we got a good rant here today. So day off, right? And naturally, I'm looking for some good sleep today. So I wake up about 8 a.m. I went to bed about 12:30. I needed a little more sleep. Now I woke up ravenously hungry. Now this is where there's a battle, right? You're just as tired, but you're just as hungry. And what I found is the hunger part wins. Like I can lay there for a good hour, two, try to fall asleep. I'm so hungry. So I got up and I ate. I made something, but even though I'm so tired, right? It's a necessity. It's not really out of joy. It's like I just need it so I can go back to bed. Now, I'm lying there. I can't go back to bed, so I turn on a meditation. It puts me right where I need to be. I fall asleep. I wake up and there's a really loud machine noise outside. Kind of like a snowblower, but it's fall, so it's not a snowblower. So I'm thinking, what's the other one called? Someone help me out. The one that blows the grass everywhere after you mow. But where I'm at, there's not really lawn here to mow. So what could it be? Now, this sound is constantly just it's just constantly going, but I'm in that battle again of like, there's hope. There's hope that I can fall asleep. So I'm lying there. I take the beating for about 10, 15 minutes. Then the reality sinks in. It's not your day. It's not gonna happen. You gotta get up. There's caffeine in the fridge. You gotta get your day going. You gotta do it. You're not gonna fall back asleep. I get up, still going. Ironically, I can hear a guy using, I think, what I'm saying right now. So I get up and I'm mother effing and I'm mad. And I look outside and there he is. Except he's about 500 feet away now. Before, I think he was just, I'm on the 4th floor. I think he was just right down there. I don't know, right? There he is. And I just see him over there. Just in a fixed motion. He looks like one of those old video games before the animations were dynamic and they would just program a guy to just like do this or something, you know, in the town. But he's over there with, it's a hedge trimmer. He's just servicing this hedge. Now, there's probably 400 people that live in my apartment building. And right next door, I could flip the camera. I don't know. There's a senior living place. So we're probably talking about 700 people or so. Now, these two establishments are living quarters. So if someone is in their quarter, this is the time when they're not at work for 45 hours a week. This is the time when they're not commuting, when they're not at the DMV, when they're not at a doctor's office, when they're not at some obligatory arrangement they don't want to be at. This is where they're at their rest and restoration center. It's their home, and they need to sleep because an organism really suffers when it doesn't get its rest. So this guy's just hanging out outside, just trimming a hedge because it needs it. It needs that 1/2 inch trim. Just, you know, no one knows it's there till he shows up. But it needs it. The other 700 people that are right out, that, you know, are right here, maybe trying to rest on a day off. Fuck it, you know? So he's just doing God's work out there. Pure divinity. blessing this hedge, just shaping it, just shaping it. And it made me think, if I was the overseer of a living establishment, and they're like, we're in the meeting and we're starting to decide what kind of landscaping we're going to approve, right? What kind of plants are we going to put around here? What's the upkeep? What's the cost? What does this thing do, right? Is this a giant poisonous trap that's going to eat people, eat cats, eat dogs? Is it one of those Amazonian, freakish plants? What is this? How much is it going to cost? What's the upkeep, right? This is me asking questions, right? I'm not an expert in gardening and all these things. What is this? What is that, right? What are you putting in there? If someone showed me a hedge and then subsequently told me what it needs for maintenance, which is a high-powered machine that sounds like it's cutting down a tree, and we're going to put this hedge, where are we going to put it? We're going to put it right next to the building. I mean, when I saw him 500 feet away, and this was when I was already up, I was just enjoying my caffeine, not really enjoying it, taking it in. I said, God forbid the three people that are right where this guy's at. He's right by the window. Just what? He's just blessing, like I said, everybody with his work. Yeah, if they told me that that's what it required, I'd be like, get the fuck out. No, right? They're like, but we really need to put a hedge in. There's 300,000 different species of decorative plants to put around our building. We gotta have a hedge. We gotta have a hedge. I would say put something that manually needs labor, where the gardener can just show up and pull some weeds, pull some leaves off. He's got to trim it. Trim it with manual giant hedge clippers, right? I would say under no circumstance will you put anything around where people might be resting, something that needs a fucking high-powered machine to trim it. So there it is.